Hello, 4th graders. Welcome to Lesson 6.2, Generate Equivalent Fractions. Please pause to write the lesson number and title in your notebook. Today's lesson objective is I can use multiplication to generate equivalent fractions. Please pause again to write the lesson objective in your notebook. Today's lesson also has some vocabulary. Our vocabulary for this lesson is equivalent fractions. An equivalent fraction is a fraction that names the same amount. That means they are equivalent. For example, if I had this square and I cut it in half, I could describe this as 1/2. If I took the same shape, a square, and I cut this one in fourths, and I colored 2 of them, you can see that even though I have 2/4, it's covering the same amount. I call that an equivalent fraction. Please pause to write the lesson of vocabulary and the example in your notebook. Let's begin by reading the Unlock the Problem. Today's Unlock the Problem says, Patty needs 3/4 of a cup of dish soap to make homemade bubble solution. Her measuring cup, however, is divided into eighths. What fraction of the measuring cup should Patty fill? Well, we know that she needs 3/4, but her cup isn't divided into fourths, it's divided into eighths. And on the right, the first thing that it asks us is an eighth of a measuring cup bigger or smaller than a fourth? Well, an eighth is smaller because it's the same amount, 1 cup, but it's divided into 8 parts instead of being divided into 4. So an eighth is smaller than a fourth. Let's shade below to see how they compare. The first thing says that we're going to make fourths and eighths. On our first model, we're going to shade 1/4. So our model here is split into 4 parts, and we are going to shade one of them. This is representing 1 part of 4. Now, if we look at that same model to the right, this time it's split in eighths. And 8 is twice as big as 4. So you can see that for every 1 box that there is on the left, there's 2 on the right. And it's like I took one of those and I stuck them together. So I have 2 boxes for every 1 box on the left. So if there's 1 box on the left colored, that means on the right we need to color in 2. So then if I need 1/4 and I look at the right side and I'm looking at eighths, I need 2 eighths. So in order to fill our measuring cup, we need 2 eighth size parts to make a 1/4 because 1/4 and 2 eighths are equivalent. Step 2 says find how many eighths you need to make 3/4. So if we colored 1/4 and that was only 1 part, well then on the right we need to color 3 of them to make 3/4. Okay, and then think if I was filling 1 part and it took me 2 on the left, then I need 2 parts for every 3 over here. So that means I need to color in 6 because 2 times 3 is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you need 2 eighth size pieces to make 1/4, which means you need 6 eighth size pieces to make 3/4. So Patty should fill her cup to 6/8 full of dish soap. At the bottom it asks us a question. It says, explain why 6/8 is the same amount as 3/4. Well, we know that it's the same because the fourths are half the size of, or twice the size of an eighth. So if we need 3 parts and each part needs to be 2 times bigger, then we're going to have 6 parts. In our examples, we're looking at fractions that are equivalent to 1/2. 1/2 is a common fraction that we see all of the time, but sometimes we call 1/2 by another name depending on how many pieces the fraction is split into. So in our first example, we have 1/2, and then on the right we have fourths. And if you look, we know it's fourth because the circle is split into 4 pieces. And even though it's split into 4 pieces, the same amount is colored in, 1/2. But when it's split into 4, we call it fourths. So 1/2 is equal to 2/4. And we can do that by doing some math as well. So if you look over here to the side, we take the fraction 1/2 and we multiply both the top, the numerator, and the bottom, the denominator, by the same amount. So we multiply each half by 2. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 2 is 4, and then we get the equivalent fraction of 2/4. Let's try this again with 6. So on the left you see we have 1/2, it's split in half down the middle, and then on the right we have split into 6, but we have the same amount colored. And so we know, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3. 1/2 is equal to 3/6. And if we show our math to show how we got there, we multiplied, in order to get from 2 to 6, we multiplied by 3. And whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top to keep it equal. So if I multiply the bottom by 3, I have to multiply the top by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. So I get the fraction 3/6. Let's try this again with eighths. So I have 1/2 on the left and eighths on the right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/8. 1/2 is equal to 4/8. Let's find out what we multiplied by to get 4/8. In order to get from 2 to 8, 2 times 4 is 8. And if I multiply the bottom by 4, I have to multiply the top by 4. So 1 times 4 is 4. So I get the fraction 4/8. Our last example on here is tenths. And you can see I have 1/2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/10. In order to get from 1/2 to 5/10, I have to see what was multiplied. 2 times what is 10? Well, 2 times 5 gives me 10. And if I multiply by 5 on the bottom, then I have to multiply by 5 on the top. 1 times 5 is 5, so I get the fraction 5/10. So 1/2, 2/4, 3/6, 4/8, and 5/10 are all equal. They're different names for representing the same value. We will continue on to the questions on the bottom of this page tomorrow in class. You're almost finished. When you're sure you understand this lesson and you have all of your notes written down, please go back to your teacher's website and complete the exit slip. Remember, that's how your teacher knows that you have done the lesson. See you tomorrow.